We've been working hard to complete all the shiplap walls in our house, but we have a major life event throwing a wrench in our plans.
We're in the process of selling our home down in Oregon.
But before we shift all of our focus to moving, we get a tiny bit of building done. We just only have one short day together. Although it's stressful and emotional to say goodbye to our old house where we've created so many memories, we stay focused on why we started this journey.
We're making it happen, and at the end of this, we're going to come out with a house that we don't owe a mortgage on.
Follow along as we move one step closer to being 100% mortgage-free and living in our self-built house. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a moment of the build.
It's up, but not too far up.
So we're down here at our main electrical panel and our pump house this morning because there was a planned electrical outage. Sarah and I had planned to get some more shiplap done in the house, but without power, we can't run any of our tools. So we're gonna switch over to our home backup system using our EcoFlows. That should energize the house for long enough so we can use all of our tools, use our lights, and continue to work while the PUD does their work on the line. So hopefully once they get this done, we're done with power outages for a while, but nice to have the backup so we can keep working today.
Nothing's gonna stop this build.
So we turn off our main breaker and we slide our little disconnect up and then slide our generator input over, turn on the EcoFlows, both at 100%.
All right, so toilets can flush freely.
Yep.
Get some footage. Oh, good fun friends. Yeah. Hey, lady. Hey, mister. What are you guys doing today?
We have our battery backup system all set up, so we have power in here now, and we just did a little bit of closet clean out in our daughter's back room. We're gonna cover her closet with shiplap. That's our next goal area. And right now, Ryan is putting in an extra outlet for that closet space. I'm gonna bring in some shiplap, and then I'll start cutting shiplap, and we'll see how much we can get done. After this, we really need to move on to railing, but we knew we only had one day left this week before Ryan heads back to our old house to get it all ready for the new buyers. There are a few repairs he needs to make on that. So we just only have one short day together, and we were like, we can't figure out how to do the railing. It'll waste too much time. Let's take advantage of what we have and get a little project done. So let's see how far we get done on this closet today.
All right, as Sarah mentioned, I'm in one of our kids' downstairs bedroom, and we're gonna extend an outlet on the inside of the closet before we finish it with shiplap. So I'm gonna take a feed off of this outlet and just run it through to the inside of here. We're thinking that maybe our daughter will use this space for maybe a small little office or put a desk in there. So it's worth putting the outlet in there now than trying to retrofit it later when it's going to be much more difficult. So should be a quick process, and I'm going to get it done.
Bags packed, things are moving fast, heading west on I-10, leaving Arizona. No catch, never looking back, but I think that I can see where I'm going. Suitcase living miles away, I haven't showered in days. Focus focus, ain't no time to waste, know enough to know.
I just finished installing that outlet in the closet, and now Sarah is going to start cutting boards for the shiplap. We do have a little bit of insulation we need to finish in here to just kind of soundproof between the bathroom and this closet area. So I'm going to work on the insulation. Sarah's going to start cutting boards, and then we should be ready to start putting up some boards and turning this closet into a finished closet.
Living on a bread and pay the rent. How I've become aware I miss my bed. And even though I know that it's a mess, I'm gonna make it. I can feel it. Keep breathing now. I can't leave it. No ceiling now.
All right, as we've told you guys a little bit, we're in the process of selling our home down in Oregon, and there were a few items that came up on the inspection checklist. So I'm getting the ones taken care of that I can, and then we have plumbers and contractors coming out to take care of the rest. So one of the items that was called out was our stairs here on the edge were drooping just a little bit, so the inspector wanted a center post to be put in. I'm going to dig down, pour a little pad, put a 4x4 post in there, and then that should support those stairs and make it nice and firm. So first up is to dig the hole, pour the concrete, and then set the post bracket. Once that hardens up, then I can set the post and get it connected to the stair stringers. So might be a 2-day process as I'm waiting for the cement to set up. So I'm gonna get to digging. All right, I got my hole dug behind me. Now I'm gonna build a little form up so that I can have a nice even surface to level the cement on, and then I'll just be letting that cure. So time to build the form and pour cement, and then hurry up and wait. I'm under those stairs and I got the pad poured. I'm just gonna let it set up a little bit longer before I put the post bracket in place, and then I can cut that post that will go to support the underside of these stairs. So while that is drying, I'm going to repair a dryer vent that was damaged, and so I'm gonna get up on the ladder, get that repaired, and hopefully by the time I get done with that, I'll be able to put that post bracket into the concrete and let it cure so I can put the post in later tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna show you my handiwork. So before I started on this was all these flaps were completely destroyed. So I had to break all those out, take all the old caulking out, put a new one in. So that project's done. I'm gonna go on the inside and put the little finishing piece on. I'm still waiting for my concrete to dry, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to wait. All right, it's the next morning and I'm gonna go check on my concrete slab. It should be all set up, and then I'll be able to set that post, secure it to the stair rail, and I'll be able to get loaded up so I can head back to Washington and see the family and get ready to turn around and come back here next weekend so we can start loading up all of our stuff. I'm gonna lean this post, lined it up with the post bracket down below, and getting it level up against the stringer that I'm going to support. I'm going to scribe a line on it, and that should give me my angle that I need to cut so I can match it up to support these two stringers.
All right, Ryan is back from our house in Oregon. He got all of the projects done that he's going to do on his own that we need to have done for the house sale to finalize. And then I did a little cleanup while he was gone inside the work site, got the cut station all cleared up, and did some major cleanup in the upstairs portion. But we're not going to get into the house site to start building just yet today. We're actually going to do a little walk around on our land because we need a place to store all of our stuff that's been in storage in our house in Oregon. We have a whole basement full of furniture and kitchen stuff and, you know, all the usual things. So our big idea of how we can store all this stuff is to get a shipping container. So we're gonna do a quick little walk around and check out a few places. We have the option of putting it up here, which is somewhat close to our house, but Ryan's not too excited about that idea because a truck could drive over our septic, and that is some good thinking right there. And otherwise, we're gonna go look down by our pump house and see if we could make that work. What are the two size options, Ryan?
Go with a 20 and a 40, and they seem like they're about the same cost.
That's really nice, isn't it? Get so much more square footage for exact same cost.
20 feet is right here.
Okay. Yeah, because otherwise, if we could get a 40 foot right here, but God, 40 foot's gonna be so huge.
We could have it be like here, actually. That's 34 right here.
Okay. Can you try to make the back go this way? Yeah? Okay. Just come straight back a little bit more. Okay, stop. I think we might be good for the ramp. Okay, welcome back. We have been at our old house all weekend packing. We actually got a ton of stuff yesterday into a storage unit. So we did not get the shipping container. When we started looking at that, the price for the 20 foot was like $4,000. The price for the 40 foot, $4,000. And we still needed to put down gravel, figure out where it was even going to go on our property. And it was just a whole mess. So we got a rental for a storage unit, much cheaper, like worlds cheaper. And hopefully we'll only need it for a few months. And then we could even downsize to a smaller unit once we get more stuff moved in. We do, however, have a few things in here that are going to live in our house right now, under our house, or in our shed. So we're going to get that stuff out today. Man, we've had so much help on this whole move from friends. We had Ryan's brother helping us. We hired 2 local teenagers in our old town. We had Kyle and his wife show up yesterday at the storage unit, and we have one more friend coming to help today. So, and we probably have one more weekend back at our old property to get it all cleared out and get this house sale finalized so we can get this behind us and go finish this house. So it's been hard. It's been stressful, but here we go. Go ahead. You can open.
We should have.
Dresser fail. We didn't have another strap. Well, hopefully we'll figure it out.
Looking at this day, and everything feels right. We're interconnected, we
All right, we are using our son's room as a little staging area for some of our dressers that we need to keep dry because we did have to get a little bit smaller storage unit than we wanted to. And I know some of you are screaming, you're like, finish the floors, get done. But people do flooring all the time while they completely live in a house. And you never know what you're gonna do until you get punched in the face. And that's kind of where we are right now. It's like you just don't know the choices you're going to make when you're building a house and you've never done it. And you never know the choices you're going to make when you finally have to move all your stuff out of storage. And I know a lot of people are saying, why didn't you just sell all your furniture and start new in the new house? Because that costs a lot of money too. And we have all this stuff and we lived in our old house for quite a while and got pieces that we actually like. So if we could safely store them and then bring them in here and not have to purchase them, that's the choice we made. So we're doing it our way. You might do it your way. And I'll tell you, it's like none of it's ideal and none of it would be ideal, but we're making it happen. And at the end of this, we're gonna come out with a house that we don't owe a mortgage on.
Take my hand and we'll go through it all. Loving you is
They weren't in there.
all I know. Loving you is all I know.
Are you?
Loving you. Every step we take, no other way but side by side. We have no shortage of dreams, and they'll all be
All right, we have the truck all unloaded. We have quite a good size pile right outside the shed that I'm gonna tackle. Ryan is actually gonna go show a property right now because amidst all of this, we're also both working. So things are a little chaotic here these days, but we only have 3 dressers in here. I feel like that's really good, all things considered, of things that we're bringing into the house. And otherwise, our storage unit still has a teeny tiny bit of room, and we still have probably one more load that we need to bring from our house in Oregon here, but it is mostly all garage stuff. Part of it is a shed, a plastic Rubbermaid shed that's actually pretty substantial size. So once we get it here, we can get it set up. A lot of this stuff can go into it. And I think everything else is kind of that last random stuff. So I'm actually pretty impressed because we were a little worried. Our storage unit was only 15 feet by 10 feet, and we were both very concerned a few times. I'm sure next weekend when we go back, we'll be very concerned, but maybe we'll get some building done this week so we can show you guys that. All right.